Hey everyone, and I hope you are well. Welcome back to Joshua's Paralife, and it's been over a week since Paralives dropped into early access, and I've been spending a bit of time under the hood. The tools we have right now are pretty incredible. The flexibility in the build mode is something we've been craving for years. But I want to be honest with you guys, I'm still holding off on a full-blown series at the moment. I understand that when it comes to kind of channels like this, I think there are certain things that people want, and I think diving into the Paramaker and really kind of starting a story and kind of going into details into certain characters, it just feels a bit of a waste of time at the moment. A lot of the things that I feel about this game can kind of be, I don't know, it's taking time. It's going to take some time anyway for us to get to where we really kind of want to be. What exactly do I want from this game right now? And what I want from this game right now is I want The Sims 1. I'm not asking for too much, okay? I don't think I'm asking for too much. Maybe I am, but I want The Sims 1. A lot of people very disappointed that we don't have any plans for multitasking. And I think those people, look, maybe we'll get that in Paralives too, okay? At the end of the day, I just think those people are expecting too much. I really don't think that people should be looking at this game and comparing it to Sims 4. I think that they should start a lot earlier than that. So what I'm doing is I'm comparing this game to The Sims 1, personally. That's what I think should be used as like a benchmark. That's what I think the team itself should be focused on. I honestly feel the thing with this game at the moment is I would love to really dive into it a lot more and kind of focus on the live mode itself, but right now it does just feel so bare bones to me. And this is something that I've repeated on posts on the Paralives subreddit, the Life Simulation subreddit. The thing that I really need from this game right now is social interaction. I think it's pretty incredible that they've made a life sim with the live mode as bare bones as it is. I understand that you have different quests and stuff like that, and there are people walking the streets. Maybe this game just needs a comfort meter. Maybe there are things in this game that don't make sense to me, because when they pick up their food and they make their food, they have a whole path and they have a whole set of animations where they will essentially take their food. My cat's complaining because it's basically time for him to be fed. So if you hear my cat in the background, I'm sorry. He's complaining at me right now. They have a system right now where if a para makes food, they place the food down on the surface. Then they pick it back up and then walk over and sit down and eat the food itself. Great, that's fine. So why don't we have animations for reading? Why don't we have animations for two people sitting together and eating? Why don't we have a set path for paras where if you have a table with two chairs and your para takes the food and sits down at the table, why does the para that's supposed to sit opposite instead of go and sit on a completely different table that just happens to be nearby? Why don't they sit together? And maybe that's a problem with the Paralives pathing and what have you. And the main thing that I need right now is I just need talking animations when two paras are sitting together. Like, it's insane to me how that's been passed up. You could have two paras who are sitting on a sofa or a couch next to each other and they are talking. Apparently, they're having conversations. Apparently, they are flirting with each other. Apparently, one para just proposed to the other one. Apparently, I hate, right now to play this game, I have to use my imagination. And there are games that I play where it's fine to do that. I play GM mode in some wrestling titles, and I get a real kick out of that. I find that so much fun. But that is 100% me using my imagination and going, wow, imagine what this storyline would be between these two wrestlers, right? That's me using my mind to think about that. When I play a life simulation game, that is not what I want. I shouldn't be fantasizing about two paras sitting next to each other on a sofa and having a conversation and having their mouths move and having them look at each other when they speak to each other, or even having a noise, man. Like, what I really think this game needs, and what I feel that I feel like they should have their own live-based team that just focuses on the live mode itself. And I think what they should do is play The Sims 1. I think that, the fact that the first thing you do in The Sims 1, once you build your first house, is you have a party of sim characters, of Sims, arrive at your front door and ring the front door and announce that they have arrived. And that is something that is completely missing in this game right now. If you call a para and invite them over, they just show up at your house and start using your things. They don't tell you they've arrived. They just, like, I had a para arrive, and the only reason I knew that they were in the flat was because I heard the toilet be flushed on the second floor. Oh, they must have arrived. They must be here, because they're using my wateries. They're washing their hands downstairs. Great, I don't think that's good enough. I don't think that's enough. Personally, I need more. I need more. I really do. I really need more. And I think it's going to take time for that stuff to get added. And it really is. I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with paying full price now, with the promise and the expectation that later on down the line, things will get better. But for right this second and right now, there just isn't a way for me to get the most out of this game like I want. I'm enjoying the job system. I'm enjoying sitting with a para and building up the skills that they want to build up, building up the technology skills so they can get a better job in the field of technology, of playing guitar or painting so they can go on to become a famous artist or go on to become a musician and work in that job role. But then I tell the para to take a book and read the book. And what happens? They stand and read the book because there's no animation in place for them to sit down with a book and read it. So if I put time into building a house for a para and I build a nice cute little reading corner for them to sit and read, nope, doesn't matter. They don't actually sit and read together. It's like, why build a dining room when your paras sit next to each other and have no interactions and don't even know the other person is there? Why put a restaurant in town when if you go to a restaurant with somebody, you both just sit and stare at each other? There's no real interaction. There's no laughing at the TV when something happens. There's no set animation for different channels. There's a lot there that bugs me about the live mode right now. Why do we have lights that don't turn off when we go to sleep? That's a really big one to me, because we get charged for the electricity that we use. So why doesn't the computer turn off when I'm not using it? That's insane to me. How do you miss that? So yeah, when it comes to me and playing this game, what I would want is for them to play The Sims 1 and go, okay, what does a sim do when it arrives at the house? It rings a doorbell, first and foremost. Sweet. Boom. That's the first thing you add, right? That's the first thing that should be a priority. When a parrot arrives at somebody else's place, they ring the doorbell or knock on the door. What that would also do is that would get rid of the ability to walk into any parrot's house and live in their fucking walls. Because that's what you can do in this game right now. You can go and visit any other parrot's house and just live there. You can use their easel to paint, you can sleep in their bed, you can watch their TV, you can eat their foods. You can do everything that you would do in your own house inside any random place in this game. Like, I don't understand how people could play as a homeless character, because you can literally walk into anybody's home and just live a simple life. You do not need money at that point, right? Why do I need to have a job if everything's free around the area? I guess you're paying for your own food that you take out of the fridge, which fine, whatever. That's whatever. That's something else completely, right? Yeah, I enjoy playing the live mode in this game. I do. I sound like I don't, and that's because I'm kind of just going right now. I'm kind of just ranting and raving a little bit. But yeah, that's my advice to the team. Don't worry about Sims 4. Put that in Paralives 2, right? Don't worry about Sims 2 or Sims 3. Look, I would love a university expansion pack, right? I would love to have high schools or schools. But at the state that this game is in right now, like, why would I want to have a romance right now in this game? Why would I want to start a family in this game when, even if you adopt a baby, it arrives on the floor and your parrot barely knows how to pick them up and take the baby with them? Why would I want to play a game that doesn't have those simple features like that, or has no thought about those things? Really makes no sense to me. And when I say like play a game, I mean kind of focus on making content for it. Like, I don't want to put you guys through that. If I was going to show you a story, if I was going to introduce you to my characters, I would want them to be in a world that's fleshed out and would be interesting. And right now, that's not really what we have. So there you go. That's kind of where I'm at with this game right now. It's build mode fine. The character creator fine. I am struggling with the build mode a little bit. And I think a lot of my ideas, I'm actually moving soon. That's the plan. I'm moving to a different flat soon. So a lot of my thoughts go to putting my favorite pictures on the walls and painting everything dark. That's where my brain is at right now when it comes to home creation. So you have to forgive me. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. How do you feel about Paralives right now? Do you kind of feel the same way that I feel when it comes to the live mode itself? Or are you just able to turn your brain off and take in, what we have? Yeah, I just want the basic things right now. I just want The Sims 1, but in a higher resolution. Actually, we have that. We have The Sims 1 in a higher resolution. Maybe I should go play The Sims 1. Yeah, I don't own it. Actually, I don't own the legacy version right now. And The Sims 2. A lot of people talk about how much detail is put into The Sims 2, and so when I played The Sims 2, it was when The Sims 2 was new, and I played it for a very long time, and I owned a lot of the expansion packs. The other ones I pirated. I just had access to them. Even Katy Perry's Sweet Treats, which was the worst. So I played The Sims 2 a lot, and one of the things I really enjoyed in that was being able to have full customization of the neighborhood as a whole, be able to place items in the neighborhood. I thought that was real fucking cool. I made a whole Sims district that was Japanese themed and had all these incredible architectural stuff, and I don't have access to any of those screenshots really anymore. Not a lot of them anyway. A lot of the weird stuff I still have saved somewhere. That hard drive corrupted about a year ago now, unfortunately, which really sucks. I lost a lot of really good stuff. But yeah, so I've played The Sims 2 a lot, is what I'm trying to say. I played it a ton and enjoyed it a lot. But I think it's too soon to want that stuff in this game. I think they should start from 1. They should start from Sims 1. And they should build a checklist of the things that are present in The Sims 1 and that are not present in The Sims 2. And go down this list and tick them all off. Because hell, it's so limited right now. And I get it. It was a team of 15 people. It's an early access game. That's great. They've made over $10 million. Okay, they've made over $10 million. There's no reason to not expand your team and have people work on very specific things and tweak things to their heart's content and make it the best that it can be. I mean, this is what, people on the subreddit, they act like this is like this big labor of love. And that's where it's come from. It's a big labor of love, And I think that takes away from the fact that they were making $47,000 a month on Patreon. If you were paying me $47,000 a month, I'd fucking learn the code too. I would make you a game too. Hey, be my Patreon. I'll do that too for you, I promise. But there you go. There you go. This is a very early access rant. I have a ton of footage right now. I have a lot of footage, and I don't know what to do with it. But I was building something, and I thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna rant a little bit. I'm gonna see what I can get out. So yeah, I'm not proud of my build mode stuff right now. I hope it's obvious if you are a subscriber of this channel, and I'm sorry this video is now gone on way too long. I wrapped it up like 6 minutes ago. I don't watch Simmers. I don't watch anybody else in the Sims community. So if you're looking for a content creator who is going to give you stuff very different to anybody else, then you found them. Hi, thank you for being here. Thank you to the 11 subscribers. The analytics are crazy right now. We have a 45% split right now in this audience. 45% are female and 55% are male. So hello. I was really hoping that I'd have a full female audience and I could just say, hey ladies, how we doing? Or I thought that would be great. But no, I'm still skewing this. Got some males watching. According to my analytics, everybody's 25 to 34, which is very funny because I'm 35. So hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to continue to try and make content on this channel. This is a labor of love, okay? This is something where I'm getting no return out of it right now. I'm just making stuff and seeing if you like what I'm saying. So, hi, goodbye. I hope you're well. If you're not well, I want you to know that tomorrow is another day. The sun will come up. The sun always comes up. Unless you live in weird parts of Finland, where it's dark for a really long time. But eventually, even then, the sun will come up tomorrow. And the day will be better, and your day will be brighter. And that every day brings us closer to a version of Paralives that we're going to enjoy. And if not, then I'll buy Enjoy. And this will become Joshua's Enjoy. Alright, stay safe. I'll see you next time.